What's happening, true art believers? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It this is this is a new thing. This is not new. It's an old thing just redone. I'm doing it all over again. It's been a long while since I've been on a live stream. It has been a long time. It has been a long time doing a live stream on multiple platforms. So today I got a lot of things going on. So I'm going to be doing a live stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram, which is a new thing. I don't know how it's going to work, but we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. Anyways, we're going to see what happens. I've never done this before, so it's all new. You're not going to see a lot of anything yet, but we're let me get my there we go. Let me get my tablet to work here to recognize. Do I have a tablet? Do I have a tablet that's working? Okay. I don't have a tablet that's working. Oh my gosh. Oh, there it is. My goodness. Oh my gosh. All right. So I hope you're doing well this, what is it? Friday? No, Saturday. 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 I'm doing pretty good. This is a new thing for me, so I'm going to be trying to, let's see, it's been a while since I used Photoshop. My gosh. All right. It's been a while since I used Photoshop, and we're just going to go ahead and do something simple. We're going to go ahead and do some simple stuff here. Let's see if I remember how to do things, which is kind of challenging, actually. It's kind of challenging doing these live streams. I have all these rigs set up on my screen here on my computer tablet here, and I just can't seem I just can't seem to get used to it. I've been doing lives on TikTok for a while, and where's my brushes at? Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Been doing lives on TikTok for a while, and it's kind of new. It's different to do these lives when you're multi-streaming. There's a lot more involved, a lot more in place here that I'm not familiar with or I'm not used to. So we're just going to go ahead and just got to like do some things here. Um, yeah, so just kind of bear with me because there's a learning curve here that I haven't been accustomed to. Where's my eraser? There we go. There we go. Oh my gosh. It's all a learning curve. It's all learning. Here we go. Let's go. And I am pressing. I'm going to be doing a. We'll be doing a. What you call it? A cactus today. And as with all of these drawings, there's always like just when you haven't used a an app for quite some time. It's like you're. I'm not going to say it's like a bicycle when you can just hop right to it and all of a sudden, voila, things just work. No, there is a definite learning curve, and I am going to be trying to figure out how I can work through it. Streaming on multiple platforms has its innate challenges. One of the problems that I have is how do I well, for one, I need multiple screens to do this. I don't have multiple screens. Let's see, does this work? Nope, that's doing the wrong thing. We're gonna do press B here. There we go. I have not used Photoshop in such quite some time, so I forgot like what keys I need to be pressing. I feel like when you first play in a game, you used to be really good at it, and then all of a sudden you stop playing the game, and you're like, everyone's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Like, this. I thought you had to press A B to do blocks or do moves. No, that was the old game. This is the new game, dude. What are you doing? So that's what I'm dealing with is like, how do I get acclimated to this? Oh my gosh, I feel like a total noob right now. A noob who doesn't know what he's doing at the moment. So every Saturday, my goal for this year is to do a multi-stream live every Saturday, and kind of think about how I'm going to improve it. And one of the things is how I'm going to, right now, what I'm learning is I have to set up my rigs, set up my screens accordingly. Right now, my screens, I have, I mean, you ever see those professional streamers, man? They got like 3 or 4 screens. I got 1 screen and I'm trying to fit Photoshop, multiple windows, and I also have a a to the left of me, which is blocking my range of view, my peripheral vision here, a rig that is holding my camera for TikTok, and I have a microphone that is right above my face. Man, no one tells you how like weird and awkward it is to draw with all these like handicaps. There's some handicaps that's in play here that I wasn't anticipating. I mean, I was kind of anticipating, but like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I mean, what can you do in these situations? And the question is, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just kind of deal with it and move with the just move the best way to the best of your ability. But anyways, we're gonna be drawing a cactus that I haven't done in quite a while. You'd think that after doing 200 of these, you would get better at them. Um, and yes and no. Um, yes, in the sense that I can draw them rather well. I can draw them quickly. But if you're not doing them every day, well, you kind of have like this depreciation of skill set. Like you're just kind of like you're just what would you say? You get rusty. And so I'm kind of rusty at the moment. And I'm gonna get back into it and we'll see what happens. I haven't messed around with Photoshop for quite some time, and even though I know the program, I'm very rusty. And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do in these situations? You just gotta keep moving. Really, just gotta keep moving. In the end, you just gotta keep moving. Anyways, where am I? Where am I? Oh my gosh, this is so much easier. This was so much easier when I was doing live streams on TikTok and I just had my pen and my sketchbook. So much. There's less involved. I don't have to set up. I spent like 15 minutes just setting up, getting started on this setting up essentially. Like that was that was new to me. Like just the idea of getting my screens and getting my windows all ready and getting everything ready to do a live in multiple platforms and setting up my camera so that it's not in my way. And guess what? It's still in my way. What am I going to do? It's still in my way, and that's okay. I mean, it's all a learning process, and that's all it is. It's just like every time you do one of these things, you learn a little bit, and you try to take everything with a little bit of um, a little grain of salt, and just have a little bit of just kind of being humble in the end. And so right now you're gonna see me laying flats. I'm gonna be laying flats on this drawing, and I'm gonna do it very loosely. This drawing is gonna be like it's gonna be very. I just want to say very bad. How about that? It's gonna be a bad drawing, and that's fine. It's gonna be a very bad loose drawing, and it's just gonna be like me getting into this headspace of drawing live again. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I know I say that I'm like a broken record. I'm like, I haven't done this in a while. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Oh man, it's story of my life. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like I'm always just jumping head first, thinking that it's gonna be fine. Ah, nah, now it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm like a person that was it this like shoots first and asks questions later? Not really. It's like don't just don't think about it and just do it. Um, which has its good and positive qualities, but also can have its negative qualities. And like one of those negative qualities is like you often have like complications like now where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm jumping in on the deep end here. I haven't drawn in Photoshop for a while. Like, why don't we just try doing this? Why don't we just wing it, you know, and see what happens. So I'm gonna be winging it today. All right. Wow, this is some rusty stuff here. We're gonna do some cleaning up here. We're gonna clean up this cactus right here. We're gonna clean up this pot a little bit. Not ooh, no, I pressed the wrong button. We're gonna clean this up. There we go. And then now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and start adding texture on top. Got to press Control Alt. Was it B? Oops, wrong one. I don't remember was it. Control Alt V, Control Alt C. Oops, that's select. How do you deselect? Oh my gosh. Control Alt N. Yes. Ah, it's been a while since I've used layers. It's like it's Control Alt V, V, B. Nope, it's Control Alt N. It adds a layer. I'm sorry about that. It's been a while since I've used Photoshop, so I'm like, what are these keys that I'm using? I don't know. I'm lost. I'm all lost. I'm just navigating through the thickets of this forest. I'm like, hey, what's going on? What am I doing? And I look in the mirror. I look in the mirror and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, sir. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of, you know, wandering around hoping that I brush. There we go. Hoping that I'm able to make it. Just hoping that things make sense when all is said and done. Just traveling through this this terrain and then searching high and low. But yeah, it's been a minute since I've done one of these. I used to be so good at these. I used to be so good. I can do one. I used to be able to do this one of these in like 30 minutes. I could draw one of these in 30 minutes with my head, with my head behind my back, with my eyes closed, or like whatever it is. Um, but yeah, I used to be really, really fast at these. Not anymore. It's not. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to get that old muscle memory in shape, and a little bit of just a little bit of hard work and elbow grease, if you know what I'm saying. Just a little bit of just a little bit. All right, and we're just going to whoa. I'm noticing that color is too similar to the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I normally do is I kind of like add this like reflective light on the back of my cactus drawing. Add a little bit of something like I used to add like used to be a thing. I would go ahead, Control Alt N, add new layer. Boom, bam. There we go. Connect the layer on top. And I used to do something like that. I would add like a high contrast color on the background, and I just go boom like that, kind of like that, kind of. I don't know. Just, just walking through the world like I don't know what I'm doing. That's usually my life. Story of my life is just just do it and mess up and do it again and mess up thoroughly. Just keep messing up until you whoa, I zoomed in somehow. There we go. I got to zoom out. Zooming out, and we're going to use a different we're using a different color today. Two colors. And I'm going to just add some contrasting lines to kind of, make this a little bit more hard edged. you know? It's a little bit more hard edge. And what I want to do with this cactus is obviously, for those that know me, I would used to do these cactuses and I would give them a nice little mustache because every cactus in the wild has a mustache if you look hard enough. It's like Narnia. If you look hard enough, you're going to find there's going to be beautiful mustache cactuses everywhere. For sh- for sh- for realsies, for realsies. On a serious note, no, there's no serious note here. I'm sorry. Oh no, I messed up. There you go. I need what I'm doing is I'm using I'm locking the what's it called? Locking transparent pixels. So I'm locking the transparent pixels right here, and that allows me to draw on top of that layer without it like washing over. So it allows me to draw on this layer that's supposed to be sand, you know? So I'm able to do that without any problems. And so if you're like, how'd you do that? Well, just, lock transparent pixels and bada bing, bada boom, you got yourself a nice little yeah, you got yourself a nice little uh, uh, way to kind of lock in your colors. All right, so this part is done. Now we're going to move around. I think we're going to move around. Now we're going to go to the best part, which is drawing the cactus. I didn't mean to zoom in like that. I just pressed the button. It kind of zoomed in. And we're going to draw the cactus, adding some beautiful, beautiful, magnificent textures. The most magnificent. Wait, first off, we're not going to use that. We're going to use a different brush. We're going to use like a soft brush to kind of get the tones in first. A soft brush. Just kind of put some soft brush in here. Really simple, nothing too fancy. I'm really lazy, so we're just gonna make it really simple and kind of just add these tones here. As I said, I'm a noob, and then we're gonna add another layer. Control Alt N on top, and then we're going to press the let. What I'm doing here is you can't see it, is I'm pressing Alt. I'm holding the key Alt, and then I'm moving that. You see that little sign, like that little square there with the arrow pointing down. I am basically merging that layer on the top layer here, and so since this main layer right here that says cactus is on a lock transparent pixels, you're not going to go past that layer. So all the layers are going to be what you call it. I tell you what, all the layers are going to be locked on this layer here, essentially. Okay, now we're going to be using oh my gosh, a brush, a textured brush to, you know how it is, man. We're going to be using a textured brush to spiffen up this cactus a little bit. We're going to spiff up this cactus. There we go. We're going to spiffen up that cactus using a texture brush. And I'm just going to press Alt, and that's going to use the eyedrop tool. And the eyedrop tool will allow me to kind of like select the color. And I'll select the color, and I'll just kind of like use that texture brush to kind of like layer these tones together. I need to layer those tones together like this. So you're going to get this toothy texture on top of this previous layer. And I'm just going to layer it all throughout this page, this cactus drawing here. And we're just going to add, as if you noticed, I'm pressing Alt. You see the Alt sign kind of on the key here. That's just me copying. So if I press Alt and take this eyedrop, I'll add a little bit of pink on top. And you press Control Z, that will back. That's a tool that does it's like the history tool. Control Z goes back one action on your Photoshop here. So that's what I'm doing. So sometimes if I make a mistake, like let's say I take this color and I go, oh, I made a mistake. You press Control Z, bam, done. Easy peasy. Pretty nice. It's so easy, man, when you have Photoshop. Um, I had some students, man, that would they didn't like traditional media. They loved Photoshop and like Krita and all the other stuff because they like the option. They like this idea of being able to go back in their artwork. And they never wanted a lot of them don't like the idea that like, oh, if I make a mistake, uh I could just press Control Z and its mistake is all better now. And I'm like, well, there's positives and negatives to having that, right? There's positives and negatives to having um the ability to go back in your artwork. And one of those positives is if you make a mistake, you can go back. But if you the negative is, well, if you make a mistake, you can just always go back. You don't there's never going to be a time where you yeah, you can always just go back. And you're always going to be in this state of, well, I can always go back and nothing's ever wrong. And if I make a mistake, I just go back, and you kind of like get into this idea where you just keep doing like you can work on a drawing forever because you can always you can keep making the drawing more perfect. And a lot of artists, a lot of the I think a lot of artists will use that as a crutch, especially if you're beginning. Like I always use that reference. If you're a beginner, you always it can be a bad thing to constantly be going back on your drawing, pressing the Control Z button, and you might have people arguing against me on that, and then their arguments might be valid too. Like they might like the idea of being able to go back in their drawing, and well, you can go back in your own drawings when you're if you're drawing manually. You can do that. It's not like the same way. You can't Control Z it, but you can erase it. You can cover you can cover up your drawing a little bit. You can change you can cover up areas of your drawing to some degree. You can get really good at masking some things. You know, um, and that's okay too, right? That is okay. Uh, just don't use the Control Z button like it's like a crutch. Like we can get to this we can kind of get into um what's it called? Using your tools as a crutch and as a kind of like as an excuse to not um like oh my gosh, what's going on? There we go. Something about doing Photoshop live streaming is there's always this chance that Photoshop will glitch on you. You know, there's always that small chance that it's just going to do a little bit of glitching, and you're just hoping that that doesn't happen. You're hoping like, oh my gosh, please, please, Photoshop gods, don't glitch out on me this time. Do not do it. Don't do it. Don't do it at all. Don't do it. Ha ha ha. So this turned out pretty good. Pretty good. Actually as I said, it's going on in 24 minutes, and I'm actually almost done. I remember how I stated that I could at one point I could finish one of these in like 30 minutes. Well, it's close to 30 minutes, and I'm um I'm I'm getting to the point where I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm done with it, or kind of done. Just gonna do a few things here. Not done, done. I gotta do a few more things. Okay. The next thing I gotta do is actually we're gonna go back to the sand. I'm not quite the sand and the cactus don't match. Like the cast shadow, the shadows on the cactus don't kind of match the sand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna make that sand a little bit darker here. We're gonna darken it up right here. We're gonna darken it up underneath right here so it feels like it's it's got some weight. You know, it's maybe a just a little bit darker, but a little bit. There we go. We put it on right there and make it really dark like that. And then what we're gonna do is behind on this is we're gonna make this a little bit darker, so it's kind of creating a cast shadow. Make it a little dark like this. Boom. There we go. So it feels like it's creating a shadow. Really simple stuff. Just simple. Easy peasy. So I think that's good. And then now, time for some. We're just going to do some simple thorns. Do some simple thorns here. Um, Using, I don't know, uh, like like a dark tone or something. I don't know, something maybe something like this. I'm just gonna add some thorns on it like this, and just kind of add some thorns. I'm using a soft like a brush that kind of like it's pressure sensitive. So as you can see, it kind of fades when I reduce the pressure. So we're just gonna add some thorns here. Um, Very simple. As I said, like this really simple stuff. You can get really you can go overboard with this. So I'm not gonna think too much about it because I'm just it's been a while. First live stream of 2024. This is not my first live stream of 2024. This is my first multicast stream of 2024, which is a lot different. There's a lot more involved, and it's not. I don't think it's as organic. Honestly, people on TikTok like my sketchbooks more than seeing me do a Photoshop drawing. I don't know why. I don't know why. I get more attention when I'm doing sketchbook work and doing requests. Maybe in the future that's going to be something I'll do. Maybe like I'd love I'd love to sit down and do like cartoon requests on Photoshop on TikTok Live and all the other channels. I just don't know how to um I just don't know how to get it. I just don't know how to orchestrate it at the moment. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Discordant Stap. Man, you're offering me a lower price than any competitor. Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots, etc. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Flexible and convenient order management panel, chat panel, everything in your hands. Turn it off, on, customize. Go to streamrise.com. I just told someone's spamming me on Discord or on Twitch. That makes me laugh. Man, I that reminds me of the time when I would get like people on my in my emails saying, "Hey, I really like your art. Great job. Hey, um my wife and I are having an anniversary and um I would like to purchase one of your artworks, please. Can you please show me some artworks and give me some prices? I am looking for a price range of $5,000 to $10,000." And then you're like, oh yeah, great. Well, here's my website. You can look at there. What are you looking for? Oh, hey, I'm looking for some artworks. Well, that's pretty vague. What kind of artworks are you looking for? Artworks. You're like, what's going on? You're not like, what's going on? That's I you already know what's going on. I'm just trolling the person. And it's so funny. What else was there? Um and then after you say, "Oh, well, and it's always something like this. This is what they'll do. They'll be like, uh, me and my wife, we're traveling to another country, or we're moving to another country and we have a shipping company that would like to pick up the artwork that we purchased from you." And I'm thinking to myself when when it first happened, um, well, it's kind of weird that you are deciding to make major art purchases when you're spending all this time packing up your belongings and moving to another country, and you want to coordinate with a shipping a freight company to pick up the artwork and deliver it to your new house or abode in another country. And you're like, and, and here's what they're like, we're gonna send you, they send you checks, they send you like, they'll send you like, they will send you fake checks. They will send you fake checks, fake money orders. It's like that those those Nigerian scam artists that will like troll you. And well, they do that for artists too. It's 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 interesting to say the least. So we got the we have we have the cactus thorns on there. So what we're gonna do next is we're just gonna give it a good old mustache. We're gonna give him a good old bushy mustache. Why not? Oh no, we don't need that. We'll give him a good old mustache, like so. Yeah. What is it like? Let's give him a little mustache like this, and maybe like something like this. It's been a while. I haven't drawn mustaches in a while. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I haven't drawn mustaches in a while. We're gonna draw a little mustache right here. I'm gonna get the eraser and do a little erasing like so. So 30 minutes. It's been about 30 minutes, and so that's about right. B and boom. Yeah, we're gonna use this mustache, and now we're gonna use the textured brush to add the rest of it. I guess question mark. Lower it down. We're gonna zoom in. Give this cactus a good old Western mustache. You know, he's from the South, or he's a this mustache is a cattle rancher, um, born and bred, from generation to generation. They this cactus's grandfather was a cowboy. His grandfather was a cowboy. His great grandfather was a cowboy rancher. His great grandfather was a cowboy and is a rancher, and they all sported very stellar cactus mustaches. And each one, each preceding one was equally as glorious as the next. And some were better, some were weaker, and that's okay. This is kind of a weak mustache. Anyways, gonna go over it, and then we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna. Oh my gosh, where are you? Got all these. Gonna give them some. Just change up the tone here a little bit. It's been a while since I've done a mustache. I apologize. It's not like there's a, a f- a how to draw mustaches on a cactus type of drawing or type of like tutorial. It's like, there's no like right or wrong way of doing it, although there might be better ways of doing it, right? Better ways of giving your cactus a mustache, but why not give this one a good old handlebar mustache like this? Good old handlebar mustache, and then maybe add a little bit lighter. Boom. And let's kind of do something like this. Just kind of add some tones to it, like so. Like so. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, no, 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 don't do that. Ah, there we go. And here's some things. Kind of do something like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to get, oh my gosh, try to get, try to finish this. We're going to knock it out of the park. All right. Going to make some little like fuzzies, little fuzzies going out, maybe a little stray hair here or there, a little stray hair, something like that. Little something like this. Maybe a little stray hair here, a little stray hair, a little stray hair like that, and that. All the fun stuff like that. Oh my gosh. And you're done. No, we're not done. We're almost done. And that's all that matters. We're almost done. Like so. Almost done. Just got to keep doing a few more things, and we're just gonna call it a day. You know, just call it a day, like so. I want to get this like a very curvy linear mustache here, mark. I want to get a little curvilinear mark here, and maybe. So we got a nice little mustache here, a nice little cactus mustache. He's sporting a sweet, sweet, sweet mustache, man. That is that is a sweet mustache. Mustaches are like making a big, 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 big comeback, man. They're like people are really sporting the stash, you know? They're really sporting it. They're sporting those stashes like they're going out of style. It used to be yeah, it's almost too much of a trend. It's like a they're like their nostalgia for they're nostalgic for like what do you call it? I want to add like little bitty eyes in the center here. Like this. I'm trying to. Like he's got beady. Oh my gosh, excuse me. He's got beady little eyes. Something like that. Yeah, he's got beady little eyes like that. There we go. I think that looked better. So beady little cactus eyes like that. He's got a mustache. There you go. And then I think that is that, man. I think we are done. We're going to remove some of this. What is all this stuff here? Got all this. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. And then we're going to I don't know if I like those eyes. Well, we're going to leave them anyways. We're going to leave those eyes anyways. It feels weird. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and give it a signature because and it is cactus. This is a 201. We're going to do it. We're going to do shorthand. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go find my brushes. All my brushes are all scattered. That's what happens when you don't do Photoshop often. Is like when you have all these brushes and all these settings, you're like, what am I doing here? I don't know where I'm going. And well, I'm trying to find one brush, and I think I found it. I think I found it. Let's see if this is the right one. Yeah, that's it. We're just go ahead and we're gonna we're gonna go ahead and rotate it like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and oops, we're gonna rotate it again. Oops, like that. And we're gonna go ahead and take this color and we're gonna just make it really, really bright. Like that. And we're gonna make it really bright, really bright. So yeah, there we go. Like that. And we're gonna shrink down the brush. I'm gonna put like P24. And it's gonna be we're gonna put C C 2 O O O O O 1. And that's gonna be short for Cactus 201. And then you press escape, boom, bada bing, bada boom. And that's my cactus. Huzzah. Well, that is it, my friends. I got a few things here. What's here? What do I got here? I got a few things. Don't forget, hey everyone, for those that's watching, don't forget to subscribe to my channel on YouTube or Twitch or wherever place you're watching right now. Streams, I also do a lot of kind of like art vlog type things, and with a lot of ideas for the future. But as usual, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Let's see. I got to get going. Take care. Bye bye.